Hey, Steve Gamache here for Chef Knives to Go with another quick look product review. And what we have this time is the Masutani VG10 Damascus Santoku 165mm knife with the blue handle. Pretty long thing. I had to go to the next page. So this uses coarse steel of VG10 full stainless steel. It's widely used in a lot of kitchen knife makers and lines, and this is a nice rendition of that. Heat treat's about 60-61 Rockwell on that. The construction is multi-layered soft stainless cladding with, you can see the layers here, and you can see some kind of a light. This one actually is kind of flat. The other two have had a textured hammered finish. This particular one, it looks like they've taken it flat and it had some hammering at one time, but it doesn't actually have the hammered texture on it. That could just be the Santoku they do that to, or it could be a slightly different rendition. Not quite sure. The other ones actually had a little bit of texture to it. So the weight and dimensions on these can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 141 grams or 5 ounces. Edge length is right about 170, 6.7 inches from the tip to the heel, back of the heel. And the overall length on this one was just under 300 millimeters or 11.7 inches. Spine thickness, I got 1.75. These are fairly thin blades all the way across. And then these do thin out quite nicely towards the tip. Not a lot of distal taper, but when you hit the grind right here and thin out towards the edge, that tip gets real skinny, and it does work very, very well. And they get thin at the edge as well. Here's your choil shot. Performance is very, very good on these. Blade height is 47.5 on this particular one, which gives you plenty of ground clearance for your fingers on a pinch grip. Balance point with this handle is just in front of the bolster. You can see about right there. So it's a little bit handle heavy on a pinch grip, but not too bad. It's still fairly neutral and not a big deal at all. The handles are cool. They are blue Packawood, which is a stabilized wood product. You have a partial tang that goes around here and inside. It does not come out the bottom, and that keeps the weight down to help the balance point. You've got stainless rivets and a stainless pinned-on bolster. Fit and finish is nicely done. They've taken a little bit off the spine edges a little bit, and also off the choil, so it's pretty comfortable out of the box. This has a nice sharp edge out of the box. These have all been pretty sharp. A good solid 6 out of 10 out of the box. Let's get our beauty shot with this guy here. So again, if we take a look, you've got some kanji that it could be embossed or laser etched. It's a little hard to tell, but it's nice looking, very crisp, very well done. And then you got your layers, and then you got the blade flat here, and then the grind is right where you see that change, and so the grind kicks down right to the edge. You can feel it with your fingers. This is the left side of the blade as you'd be holding it, using it. Again, nice looking blades, thin at the tip, thin at the edge, great performance. They're fairly stiff in the back half, despite the thinness, so they give you a nice confident feel on the cutting board. And here is what it looks like on the cutting board. Not every blade's going to have the same edge profile, but it gives you a general idea of the maker, what might be fairly typical for them. This one has a nice flat area towards the back here, and then a little bit of a back belly towards the heel, but a nice flat spot here. Fairly aggressive belly towards the tip that lets you get pretty high on a rock. So this thing will rock really nicely, not a problem. And tip draws work pretty well. Push-pull cuts, you can do glide cuts, you can do some chopping back here. So for 170mm, they've done a lot with that edge profile, and it's quite versatile. So just a great line of knives. As I mentioned in another video, I actually purchased the Nikiri from Mark, and it's got a really thin edge and really sharp out of the box. It is quite the performer, and I've been playing with these other knives and in this line, and they're all very good performers. So this is a high value line, cool looking, easy to care for, all stainless, high quality steel, cool handle. So nice overall package. So this is the Masutani VG10 Damascus Santoku 165mm blue handle from Chef Knives to Go.